A real memorable tour that, real special one for me was Dilated going on tour with Kanye West for the College Dropout tour. The thing that's just crazy about that tour was getting to see Kanye, go through that transition of, just being a well-known producer and establishing himself as a rapper. That experience of working on our album with him. When we worked on our song This Way on Neighborhood Watch, he was just trying to sign a record deal and had independently made Through the Wire, the video. At one point, we're in the studio with him, and on his downtime, he'd take meetings from labels and show them the video and play the part, act the role out, trying to get himself a deal. And then months later, he gets a deal, obviously, on Rockefeller, and we're out on tour with him.
Yeah, the College Dropout tour, it was a very heavy tour for us. Ev's mom got sick on that tour, and we sent him home to be with her, in the middle of the tour. But he didn't really want the people to know what was going on. It was a very personal, heavy situation for him. He didn't really want the people to know what was going on in his personal business. So he just asked us, yo, please don't tell the people exactly what's going on with my family. So we're like, all right. So we went out there every night and had to hold it down, go out there and be like, Ev's not here tonight, he's dealing with some personal stuff. There was never really an issue where people thought that we broke up per se. They just didn't really know what the deal was,
not to get fucking deep or anything, or just fuck up the vibe, but even on myself. But that's, my mom got sick, and I left that tour and I ended up spending the last 2 weeks of her life with her. So that tour to me is it was good. It was going from the highest moment of my life to the lowest moment of my life, all in a month. Anything good that happened to that was prior just erased once I had to leave. Supernatural came on and filled in for me, him and Rocka and Babu finished the tour.
We had still gone through half the tour at that point and everything was successful. It wasn't like he didn't show up or there was some kind of public blowout or anything. So I think he just wanted that personal space and we gave it to him, but it made for aside from being emotionally tough to know what he was going through as our brother. It was hard for Babu and I to rock without really explaining to fans what was going on. Maybe you come out, you buy a ticket to a show and maybe your favorite artist isn't there. Maybe Ev is your favorite artist. Maybe you've been going there to see him and that's what you want to do. So it was tough on that line as well. What really stands out about that tour for me is being in Chicago. And at the time, Supernatural and my man Supernatural and MC Juice, who's obviously, if you're from Chicago, if you're into hip hop, you know who Juice is, but especially if you're from the shop. They had an issue. They just had a big battle, and it was a big thing on the Wake Up show, and they had some funk over this whole battle, at the time. This was after the battle, but people feel how they feel about when the battle goes down. You feel how you feel about it when it's over. We came through Chicago on the College Dropout tour with Kanye. I think it was Kanye with Young Guns and Dilated, if I'm not mistaken. What we did is we went out there every night and just handled it, but we also brought out some people on different dates just to add some little spice to the situation. When we came to Chicago, we had Supernatural with us. We had them with us for a few days, but we had 2 shows in one night and then 2 other dates, all at the House of Blues. That was one of the shows that Kanye gave his mom the car on stage and all that. His mom, rest in peace, but he gave her the Benz on stage and all that. For some reason, I got in my mind, I was watching the Bob Marley documentary when he brought out the cats and had them on stage together, bringing peace, and I was like, yo, I want to get Supernatural and Juice on stage together. So I actually talked to both of them. They both were there, but for me, they're like, all right, for you, we'll make this happen. For 2 of the shows, or maybe 3 of the shows even, but definitely for a couple of the shows, we brought them out to freestyle together on stage in Chicago, to show that kind of unity and the creative unity that was there. So, that was crazy in a different way, just understand the history of that and understand how you can take advantage of the spotlight and the stage and you could while out on it or whatever, you could actually, build a bridge on it. We took that time to build that bridge. So that was a different kind of wild story for me.
The Kanye tour was crazy though. Lauren London in our dressing room, it's crazy shit. Everybody came. We saw everybody. Dame, that's when he got his plaque. He came on stage and brought it out to him. At the time, he was cutting through to the mainstream, but it was still that underground champion shit going on. You know what I mean? It wasn't all the way full blown yet. So now it was still the people you'd expect to see. I mean, Dilated Peoples, Young Guns, and Kanye West. That's something that'll never happen again. That's just funny ass shit. Think about it.
And just seeing him just transform, from an industry standard name. He was already an established producer, a go-to guy for hits. But then, within a matter of 6 to 8 months, here he is with a hit album himself, and we're on tour with him and some guy named John Legend, and we're opening for them every night. And we're jumping on Kanye's set to do our song during his set, which was really cool of him. But it was just a really cool experience, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you think of how large Kanye is now. It was something, always cool. It was just like a really dope tour, one of my favorite ones to be on. And I'm a huge Kanye fan as it is too now. Like, especially when I look at it in retrospect, that whole tour was really cool and special experience for me.
You have somebody that run on stage, fix it. I've seen people run over and fix a drum real quick while they're still drumming, or plug in a wire to fix something for a guitar player and run off. That's how it appeared. So when he came over to me, he's yelling in my ear, but I gotta still be on point for the intro. And it's sold out every night. So, playing an arena, I've never done arena tours. To see him coming, I'm still thinking that's some sound guy or whatever. And he's going, da, 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 and I go, huh? And he just stole on me.
I think I kind of did it backwards, but then after a while of just getting my name out there, it's like, where am I going with this? Because I always set goals for myself. Like when I moved to New York, I gotta spread my name out. Okay, I did that. Now I'm in the game, they know me, what do I wanna do with it? So I was like, I wanna make an album, So I did the album First Infantry, being that I'm a producer and made my name as a producer, but I also write, and I stay writing, I love the music.
Boom, he walks in, brings me to the booth, he's like, yo, you ready? Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, all in that booth. You ready? You ready to get in there? Talk about pressure. Go in the booth, start killing it. Bang out the first verse. He's giving me this look like, oh shit. Like, all right, yo, you got something, you know what I'm saying? Boom.
You could get educated through hip hop. You could get educated through traveling the world. Education is important. Learning and studying, however you get it, is important. The lesson I got from my parents that was the most important is to not take anything on surface and look beneath the surface always. And I think that's what education is peeling back the layers and looking beneath the surface.